Do you ever feel like your symptoms are just waiting for you the minute that you open your eyes? It can feel really frustrating, but let me explain to you what's going on and what we can do about that. First of all, let me explain to you that morning spikes of anxiety, visual snow syndrome, all this sort of stuff is really, really normal. Like biologically, there's a reason for this. So just because you wake up and it's always there, please don't feel like, oh, there's something wrong with me, I'm doing something wrong. This is literally part of the process. Okay, so a bit of science. Overnight, when you're sleeping, your cortisol levels are getting ready to rise. And this is normal. This is called the cortisol awakening response. And the reason this happens is you literally need that to happen to open your eyes and wake up. That's everybody in the world, babies experience that because that is what keeps us going. Otherwise, we'd just be asleep all the time, and that's not good either. Now, of course, if you're living with anxiety, panic, visual snow, etc., the reason that this is scary for you is because you're so sensitive to what your body's doing. Whereas other people, they kind of experience a bit of cortisol. It's maybe not as big, not as intense, and they just wake up and get on with the morning. They're not sat there wondering, oh my gosh, what does this mean? Your brain is waking up and being like, oh, what does this mean? I can see more static in my vision. There's more floaters. Why do I feel like this? What's wrong with me? And that mental check-in, I know that it might not go on for ages, although it might, and we need to work on that if that's the case. But that scanning, it's just going to fuel the anxiety even more. I remember I would lie in bed and I would think about racing thoughts. That was my big one. I'd be like, oh, my thoughts are racing again. How long is this going to go on? It's been years now. What about this? What about that? And I would just torture myself in bed and lie there and just think about how awful life was, which then became a habit. I would be waking up, literally training my brain to focus on that first thing, which is not good. And if you do that, this is something that we need to change. We don't need to fight it. So when those symptoms come up in the morning, it's about just kind of being like, yep, cool. Floaters are here. All right, well, I'm going to acknowledge this. I'm not going to evaluate it. I'm not going to give it meaning. And I'm literally going to get straight up and get out of bed. Now, I know that that's not the easiest thing in the world, but the faster that we get up, get out of bed, go downstairs, telly on, make a brew, whatever, as soon as we start doing that, we're kind of shifting our attention away from the symptoms and showing the brain that they're not important. And this, literally, this is so key in recovery. Now, with time, this is going to compound. So every time that you treat these symptoms as not important and you just get on with your day, you're rewiring your brain. You're teaching your brain that these symptoms aren't important. And so with time, nowadays, I don't wake up and be like, oh, my thoughts are racing and oh my God, I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh, can't wait for my coffee. And oh, I wonder if my friends text me. And oh, you know, I've just gone back to normal life, kind of. So to summarize, if you're someone who wakes up feeling anxious straight away and they feel like, whoa, my God, I'm more anxious even in the mornings, so normal, cortisol spike, accept it for what it is, move on, don't dwell on it.